Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.
Hoy en Rutas Alternas viajamos hasta los Estados Unidos para conversar con Maine, ya que el proyecto Porches está listo para lanzar su nuevo disco larga duración, este material All Day Gentle Hold. Y para platicarnos al respecto, conectamos con Aaron en esta videollamada. Hola, Aaron.
Hi, hola.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm hanging out in New York.
How's the summer in New York?
It's good. It's been hot. It cooled off for a couple days. I thought we were through it, but it's like 100 degrees today. It's been good. I like it though.
Aaron, Porches is ready to release a new album. I read that the process of writing this album took you since 2019, October 2019 to this year. How was this almost year and a half writing and creating your new album?
Yeah, well, so how it goes for me typically is like when I write, I just write. It's like an everyday routine, like meditation, wake up, drink coffee, write a couple pages, record anything that comes out that day for like months and months and months until like certain songs start to stick out, or I keep going back, you know, the big folder of these hundreds of songs that I make. And there comes a time when, you know, it feels like there's a lot going on. I keep going back to maybe 4 or 5 songs, and I kind of go with those and start to piece together some sort of record kind of thing. So when I really did most of the like recording and producing and stuff like that in my room was sort of around lockdown, because I was writing a lot of this stuff while preparing to put my last record out that came out the day New York City locked down. So I was meant to tour all of 2020, I guess. So I had all this time, and like I had all these songs, and a couple of them stuck out like okay lately, and I missed that. So I like really, just to stay sort of focused and sane, I made a bunch of lists, you know, like hung them up on my wall. I was in my apartment alone for those 4 months, and I just kind of went through all the material I had and started kind of piecing this record together, and worked on it all day, all night, just not coming up. It was nice to not have to come up with the like source material. Like the general idea was there. I think it would have been really hard to come up with original ideas or like inspired to write lyrics at that time. But the production part is really, that requires less like inspiration, I guess. Like emotionally, it's more of like a practice where there's like patience, you know, and like you're just making sounds. So I really dug into that and like kind of structured my days around, you know, crossing certain things off the list. This song needs this song needs this, redo the guitars, try a synth part. And I think that's why it sounds kind of like maybe the most cohesive Porches record in a long time, is because I had so much space mentally and like physically to just kind of, you know, zhuzh it up like that.
I think it's very important, the thing that you are saying, because an artist, an arts creator, it's very important to have a discipline, to work all day, to have this schedule. I mean, because the creative process is maybe 1% inspiration, but 99% transpiration, right?
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah. And honestly, like a lot of the time it's not even about the music. It's about like maintaining my like mood and like kind of almost like, you know, going to the gym every day. You know, you get certain things out, you know, that you don't want in there. Or like I kind of like am able to organize my brain a little bit, and I just feel more peaceful. Whether, I mean, it helps if, you know, at the end of the day I have something I'm excited about. Sometimes it's kind of like pulling my hair up and, well, I've spent 8 hours on that, you know, like that's the last good song I ever write or something. But yeah, I've always, you know, I signed a record deal like 7 years ago or something, and like from that day I was like, I'm gonna do this shit like every second I can, because that's, you know, all I ever dreamed of doing. It's like
Of course.
getting to make music all day, you know, it still blows my mind. So I enjoy doing it.
And Aaron, how do you decide these 11 songs included in All Day Gentle Hold? Because you say you work a lot, make a lot of songs, but how do you decide these 11 songs to be included in the album?
Well, yeah, I was saying like those first three sort of felt like siblings in a way, where there was like these live drums, a lot of guitars, and like had to me like a similar sort of energy to them, like kind of a little more like powerful, like, you know, they weren't like, they're like driving, you know, they felt like more deliberate and like strong and like youthful or something than like some of the other stuff I'd written. So I really responded to that feeling, and just sort of between like finding other songs, you know, that felt in that world and figuring out how to sort of bring them in to like the same, like, you know, trying out different guitar parts or drum parts. And then, you know, I was kind of writing during the process too, and I was able to sneak in, I think Come Down song maybe was the last song I wrote, and it's the last song on the record, because by that point you kind of, the record was almost done, you know, so I feel like what I was aiming for, like the path was a little bit clearer, it wasn't so clunky. It was like, this is, you know, these are the sounds that I've been using, this is what resonates, this is what feels right. So I just, you know, I picked the best songs that I thought I had and the ones that worked best together, and I'm pretty happy with, I'm thrilled with how it turned out. It's short, it's like 24 minutes, 11 songs. But I think from front to back, it's really like a world that I've been super excited about sharing with people for a minute now.
Yes, because the album has a narrative, a concept, and that's why it's still very important for artists, for musicians to make a full-length record, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is. The DSP, Spotify, Apple Music, like everything like that will tell you otherwise. It's all about what, you know, if you put one song out a year, I think they'd be happy. People don't want records. They're not like promoted in the same way. Or like, you know, which whatever, like I was talking to my friend about it the other day. It's like that shit is not what matters. Like to me at least, it's kind of about building my catalog and like my legacy, or, you know, just my body of work, like, and just being patient. And I think the record is great. If it hits, like, you can't get away. You can make a record with, you know, 2 really good songs, but I wanted to make a record with like 11 singles, you know? Like I really treated each song with as much care as the next one, and like imagine, you know, if that was the only song I could share off of it, I'd be confident, you know, that it was, you know, was a bop, you know, it didn't need to rely on, you know, the other songs on it. So that was fun, you know, to kind of treat them as all as singles in a way, you know, within this world.
Yes. Aaron, how was working with Domino Records? Because they are a very important label. They have amazing artists, and the albums they publish in vinyl or CD have an amazing art, and it's great. How was your experience working with Domino?
They're great. I've been with them for a while now. I think this is my my fourth record I've done with them, so I'm pretty familiar with the team, and they let me do what I want to do. You know, like I turn in the record. They never have all that much to say about the music, or you know, I make the art, make the videos, so they believe in the vision, you know, and they support it. And if they do say anything, you know, I know that they're can be frustrating sometimes, but I know that, you know, they have my best interest in mind, I think, most of the time. But I don't know, I feel lucky, you know. Some people could, you know, are more business savvy and can kind of make it happen on their own, but I feel it's amazing to get to work on music and then have like a team of people like get behind it and push it out into the world.
And Aaron, when will you come to Mexico to show your new album?
Gosh, I can't wait. 2022, I hope, you know.
You know you have to come, right?
I can't wait. I really can't wait. It's been so long, and I'll be there the second we can go there. I really like can't express how excited I am to travel and play these songs to some people.
I hope you can make it not only to Mexico City, but here to Guadalajara or Monterrey, other cities in Mexico, so we can see you live in many cities as possible.
Yeah. We'll make a trip out of it, for sure.
Great. So, Aaron, looking forward to the release of the album on October 8th. We will have All Day Gentle Health through Domino Records in digital platforms and in physical formats. I have to tell you that I listened to the album and it's amazing. I found a very, very interesting album, and I can't wait to buy the vinyl.
Cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see them. I think they're going to look pretty good.
Well, Aaron, it's been a pleasure to have this conversation with you. Looking forward to see you here in Mexico.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Aaron Maine from Porches, thank you so much for the chat with Rutas Alternas.
Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.